you just gotta sit down at the piano and play something absolutely beautiful and maybe even a little bit romantic. Now, some of the most popular songs ever have piano in them. And they're romantic, like love piano ballads. So if I'm playing like this, it kind of makes you think of, I don't know, this could be like a Lewis Capaldi song or an Adele song maybe. But just, it gives you this immediate feeling like, oh, this is beautiful, what's gonna happen? Or maybe it inspires you and you're like, I could write a love song to these sounds. So I'm gonna teach you how to do this. And the great thing is you can never have touched a piano before and you can do this. So this is a great way to have some fun at the keyboard. If you've never played before, you can realize how amazing it is. If you already play, maybe you're a producer or a songwriter, this is a great little progression that you can use to inspire some writing. Or if you just wanna try something different, here we go. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did first so we can get you playing right away. And then at the end of the lesson, I'll talk a little bit about the theory behind why it works for those of you who like to know your theory. So what I'd like you to do is take your right hand thumb and place it on this note. It's actually called F sharp, but if you look for a group of 3 black keys and place your thumb on the note on the bottom of that, and then your 5 finger is gonna go on the bottom of this group of 2 black keys, it's called C sharp. And you're gonna play like this. And the great news is, this is all your right hand has to do. You've already learned your whole right hand part, which is awesome. So with your left hand, I want you to play F sharp again. So it's the same note that your thumb is playing here, but just lower. And you're gonna hold it. And you're gonna play this 4 times. Now, you're gonna play this note, which is C sharp, below here. And then you're gonna move up. This is technically D sharp. And then you're gonna go down to the only white key we're gonna use in this little, whatever it is we're doing, chord progression. And this is B, and you're gonna play this note. And I'm just using my 2 finger because I wanna make it really clear and easy for you to see what I'm playing. This guy just keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can change your fingers. You know, you can play through 1, I got my 3, and I got my 2. And then my 4. And can you believe it? It's that easy. Now, I am using my pedal, so that creates this like smooth sound and the extra little bit of drama. And once you get comfortable here, I would encourage you to start to get a little bit creative. So maybe instead of just playing single notes, you play octaves. So if you have the space in your hands and your fingers to do this, and instead of just playing this F sharp, I'm gonna play this one and this one. It's gonna sound like this. So much more dramatic. And I'm playing a little bit heavier with my left hand. That's a skill if you're a little bit more advanced, but something that you can start thinking about just to kind of give it that strong bottom end. And then you can bring all your volume down. And then right then you can start writing your love song like, I love you, Lewis Capaldi. I don't know, I kind of do love Lewis Capaldi, it's amazing. And this reminds me of Lewis Capaldi. So once you get bored there, because boredom is your best friend. Once you learn something new and you've played it enough that you're like, okay, I got this, I'm bored. That's when you have to stay and start to get creative. So you don't have to just keep playing these notes all at once. You could go back and forth. What? So it's a whole new vibe. You could do that with the octaves in the left. Maybe a little bit heartbreaking. Maybe you want a little bit more, I don't know, intensity. Whoa. It's a lot more intense. Okay, so there you go. Now, before we are done with this lesson, I want to give you some rhythms because rhythms are awesome and they'll make this even more exciting and more interesting. So you can begin to kind of fill out your left hand. Let's go back to a simple right hand. So instead of just playing on the 1, on the 1 here, you can actually start to play on the beats in between. So what I mean, if we count like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's one way you could could do it. Or you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, oh, I added on the and there too. But that's just a little bit more of an advanced concept for those of you that are ready for it. If you count that way, you can start to put in those left hands sort of on those like off beats, and it just gives like a whole new feel and sound, and it gives you a way to challenge your hand independence. I always feel like when we're playing the piano, we can have fun. We should be having fun. We should be playing things we love the sound of, and we should also be looking for ways within that to challenge ourselves. So like hand independence, dexterity, dynamics, all of this can happen in a piano practice. It doesn't have to just be boring scales up and down. So I wanted to tell you just a little bit about the theory behind what I did and why it worked before I go. For those of you that love your piano theory, all I did was play with an F sharp major scale here. So if you look at the notes of F sharp major, it's a crazy scale. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, and F sharp. That's it. And then I played chords or chord notes on the 1 of that scale. And technically, C sharp is the 5. I was just playing it down here, 5. And this would be the 6th note, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And B is the 4th note. So it's a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression with kind of an empty shell of a 1 chord in the right hand. That's all I'm doing. So with that knowledge, you can apply this to any key signature. I just thought it sounded really, I don't know, I love the sound of it in this key. And it's kind of fun to challenge yourself to get out of the key of C and play with the, the black key signatures too. So there you go. I hope you enjoy creating beautiful and romantic and emotional music at the piano, and I would absolutely love to hear what you come up with. So if you play around with this, take a video, share the link here, find us on Instagram, send us a DM with those links, upload to any of your social platforms and tag us. So we check these things. I love to watch what you guys are doing. So happy practicing. I look forward to seeing what you come up with, and we'll see you next time.